Alright, we're back, and coming up next, we saw them for the first time together at Snarl. Jaydee Vorek, the Memphis Millionaires, and the Fairfield Fox, Faye Crawford. Tonight, they're here on Rage, getting ready to go up against Caden Carter and Katana Chance.
This next ladies tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of Caden Carter and Katana Chance.
Carter and Chance with a hit or miss win-loss record, but that doesn't matter much to the fans who certainly do love them. Caden Carter and Katana Chance making their way down to the ring after using those bazookas, and they are all set to face the new team of Jaydee Vorek and the Fairfield Fox, Faye Crawford. There's an awful lot of buzz around Faye Crawford and Jaydee Vorek joining forces as a team.
And hey, why not? They're both former women's international champions. And Faye Crawford was tag team champ with Crystal Gabor during their run as Crystal Fox Limited. If there was ever a team with potential to take it to the top, it would be Jaydee and the Fox.
Their opponents, from Fontana, California, the Memphis Million heiress Jody Dvorak, and from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford, Jaydee, and the Fox.
All right, world. Hope you're ready, honeys, cause Jaydee and the Fox have arrived. Faye Crawford and I, we not only hit it off instantly, but we enjoy working together too.
That's right. Besides, we both were looking for a new direction, and we found it with each other. We showed what we can do against the UK ladies on Snarl Saturday night.
But if it wasn't enough proof for you, wait till you see what we do tonight against Katana Chance and Caden Carter. We're gonna knock them down next.
And we plan to not stop winning. And we plan to be on the opposite side of the ring against power and beauty. We just happen to think the women's world tag titles would look just a little bit better on Jaydee and me.
The locker room stands warned now. We're coming for the women's world tags, and we're gonna knock down every opponent they put in front of us until we do.
Oh, I would certainly have to say Jaydee Vorek and Faye Crawford are suffused with supreme confidence as they go into this match. Caden Carter and Faye Crawford starting us off here as Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Faye Crawford caught from behind by Caden Carter. Carter whips her to her team's corner. Here's a tag to Katana Chance right out of the gate. Look at this. A suplex and a senton, a nice double team from Carter and Chance. As Katana Chance takes over for her team, a stomp to the shoulder of Faye Crawford. And in comes Caden Carter again. Faye Crawford back up to a standing position here. Caden Carter takes her down with an elbow and goes for a cover. One. Not even a one. Faye Crawford looking at her like, what did you think you were doing? Caden Carter whips her into the corner again. Another tag to Katana Chance. The team working very efficiently. Another double team incoming stereo drop kicks. As Faye makes the tag to Jaydee Vorek, who moves in on Katana Chance. Jaydee with a cravat suplex to Katana Chance. Turns her attention to Caden Carter. Tags her with a right hand. Follows it up with a second, and an enziguri puts Caden Carter out on the floor. Katana Chance on the outside, on the other side of the ring. The Fairfield Fox moving around tentatively here. Jaydee whipped into the corner by Katana Chance. There's a kick to the calf. Jaydee Vorek comes up out of the corner. Katana Chance gets a hold of her, has her up over the shoulder, takes a walk with her across town and hangs her up off the top rope. Caden Carter finally getting back to her feet. Jaydee rounded up by Katana Chance. There's a kick, and look at this flip here. Whoa! A head scissor slammed into the canvas. Katana Chance with a knee to the side of the head of Jaydee Vorek. Jaydee rolls to the outside. Katana Chance goes after Faye Crawford. And here comes Caden Carter again. The momentum at the moment seems to be all with Chance and Carter. Look at this. This is a beautiful move right here from Caden Carter. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Only a near fall. Jaydee Vorek finding her way out of the danger zone here. Jaydee rounded up by Caden Carter. again. Oh, counter whipped into the corner. And taken down with a drop toe hold and a leg stretch by the Memphis Millionaires, Jaydee Vorek. Kayden Carter, with a couple of rights, disengages herself from the Memphis Millionaires. A running dropkick takes Jaydee down to the mat. Kayden Carter slams the face of Jaydee Vorek into the canvas. Jaydee quickly back up with this a beautiful wraparound DDT from Jaydee Vorek. Jaydee drives a knee right into the forehead of Kayden Carter. Here's a cover, but not even a one. Kayden Carter kicking out immediately. Kayden opens up with a series of shots and kicks to Jaydee, takes her down to the mat again. Kayden Carter rounds up Jaydee Vorek one more time. Goes behind on her. Look at this. Whoa. Nice inverted DDT from Kayden Carter, doing a little bit of showing off here as Jaydee Vorek makes her way to the corner. Here comes the Fairfield Fox. Faye Crawford again catches a kick to the side of the head that doesn't even phase her. The Fairfield Fox, one tough female. A hard forearm takes Kayden Carter down to the canvas. Faye Crawford playing with her food here, torturing Kayden Carter. Jaydee locks her up again. A knee right to the skull. Faye Crawford's calling for it. There we go. A series of wicked strength kicks to the chest of Kayden Carter. The Fairfield Fox turns her attention to Katana Chance. Quickly gets countered as Kayden Carter winds up on the outside on the other side of the ring. The referee already counting her. Faye Crawford takes down Katana Chance with a couple of rights, turns her attention back to the other side of the ring as Kayden Carter tags her with a right, goes behind on her, and a Russian leg sweep out on the floor as the count continues. Kayden Carter drives Faye Crawford into the ring steps. Crawford rounded up by Kayden Carter again and pitched towards the barricades, but not quite there. Kayden Carter makes her way back inside the ring. The referee continuing to count Faye Crawford as Kayden Carter turns her attention to Jaydee Vorek. There's a hard right and an enziguri that puts Jaydee out on the floor. Kayden Carter goes after Faye Crawford, catches a kick to the midsection, counters Faye Crawford with a right, and a facebuster to the Fairfield Fox. Kayden Carter with a running low drop kick to the side of the head of Faye Crawford. Crawford's arm wound up around the leg, and she's going to throw the switch. Oh, man. The Fairfield Fox in trouble here as Kayden Carter comes in on the tag. Again, the momentum seems to be all with Carter and Chance. A right, another, and a blow to the knee that takes down Faye Crawford again. Katana Chance makes her way to the middle rope and misses the crossbody. Faye Crawford stepping out of the way just in time. A kick to the face. Katana Chance. Well, that did not work out whatever she was planning. But there's a Hurricane Rana that does succeed in taking Faye Crawford for a ride. Oh, the leg sweep misses. Faye Crawford quickly sidestepping that one. There's a knee to the head from Faye Crawford as she winds it up, and again another leg lock, this time on Katana Chance. Crawford releasing the hold. Follows that up with a stomp to the arm of Katana Chance. Another stomp to the midsection, and again Faye Crawford tormenting Katana Chance as she struggles to a standing position. Faye Crawford locks her up. Hard whip to the far right corner, but Katana Chance counters with a kick, gets up on the middle rope. Faye Crawford doesn't see her coming. Boom! Whoa! Beautiful arm drag from Katana Chance. Faye Crawford whipped to the corner. Here comes Kayden Carter again. Here comes another double team incoming. Double snapmare and stereo kicks to the chest. And they're not done yet. Look at this. Another senton assisted by Kayden Carter, who takes over for her team. Faye Crawford shoves her away. Crawford locks it up with Kayden Carter, takes her down to the canvas, and a series of mounted punches to Kayden Carter. The Fairfield Fox delivers a stomp to the arm and quickly covers and hooks the leg. One, but not just a one. Kayden Carter back on her feet, locks it up with the Fairfield Fox. Crawford whipped to the ropes. A low drop kick to the knee again. Caden Carter strategically working on the lower limbs of the Fairfield Fox. Crawford again whipped to the Carter Chance corner. And look at this. Oh! Head first right into the turnbuckle. Never seen it done that way. One. Again, just a one. As the Fairfield Fox fights her way out of trouble again. Caden Carter with a wicked strength kick to the face. Faye Crawford with a knee to the head of Caden Carter. Caden Carter on one knee as the Fairfield Fox rounds her up. And a wrist clutch boot to the face. And here's another pin attempt. Whoa. Again, only just a one. Caden Carter finding her way out of the pin. Faye Crawford turns her attention to the Katana Chance and then runs and delivers a kick to the face to Caden Carter. The Fairfield Fox doing a little bit of multitasking here. She goes to work on the legs of Caden Carter, stamping both knees into the canvas. As if to say, you want to damage my legs? Here, let me do it to you too. Faye Crawford turns her attention back to Katana Chance, a hard right hand. And uh-oh, here we go. Beats of the Bodran time. A series of 10-shot punches right to the chest. Overhand shots over and over again, and down goes Katana Chance. The referee continuing to count Caden Carter, and whoa! My goodness, did you see that? Faye Crawford going right through the ropes. A human missile taking down Caden Carter. Caden Carter goes behind on her. Whoa! Reverse sweep, slamming the face of Faye Crawford into the floor, and Caden Carter doing a little bit of showing off here. Caden Carter puts all her weight into that stomp into the lower abdomen of Faye Crawford. Crawford gathered up again. Caden Carter countered, and she's rolled back inside the ring. The Fairfield Fox makes her way to the top turnbuckle. But Caden Carter makes the tag to Katana Chance. It is too late for the high risker. Another Hurricane Rana from Katana Chance to the Fairfield Fox, who quickly rolls her over, goes for a pin. One. Only a one. Faye Crawford still hanging in there, despite a rough handling at the hands of Carter and Chance. Another arm smasher. Katana Chance whips the Fairfield Fox to her team's corner again. She's going to take, whoa, look at this, a counter from Faye Crawford. Katana Chance catches a kick to the face from the Fairfield Fox. Crawford slowly making her way to the other side of the ring, turns it over to Jaydee Vorak on the tag. Katana Chance catches a right, a left, a chop across the chest. Jaydee Vorak has her up for the powerbomb and nails it. Jaydee quickly goes for the cover. 1, 2. One thing that has to be said about this team of Crawford and Jaydee Vorak, they are extremely tough women. You may remember, Jaydee Vorak survived that Hell in the Cell with Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote in March in Philadelphia. Look at this, Jaydee Vorak biting the hand of Katana Chance. Katana Chance gathered up, rolled back inside the ring by the Memphis Millionaires. As Caden Carter is brought in on the tag, Jaydee makes her way back inside the ring. Hard right, a kick, another kick, and Caden Carter catches a Hurricane Rana. He winds up on the outside. Katana Chance catching some hell here from Jaydee Vorak as well. Chicken wing suplex to Caden Carter and Katana Chance. Jaydee and the Fox standing tall at this particular moment. The momentum has certainly shifted towards them. A stomp to the arm of Katana Chance as the Fairfield Fox is brought in again. Caden Carter, the legal woman in the ring, has Faye Crawford up over the shoulders, fireman's carry position, and oh! Whoa, what a leg drop from a fireman's carry. Pretty amazing. 1, 2, but not enough for the 3-count pinfall. Caden Carter gathers up Faye Crawford again, whips her to the corner, and again she's going to go for it. Oh, slammed her face right into that middle turnbuckle, and now mocking Faye Crawford. Katana Chance watching as Caden Carter rounds up the Fairfield Fox, whips her back into the corner one more time, and here's the tag she was waiting for. Look at this. Stereo super kicks right to the chin of the Fairfield Fox. Katana Chance countered by Jaydee, not once but twice. Finally succeeding on the third go. Caden Carter, Katana Chance up on the top turnbuckle. Jaydee Vorak getting to a standing position here, and here we go. Oh, crossbody to Jaydee Vorak. Meanwhile, Faye Crawford still recovering, evades the dropkick from Katana Chance. The Fairfield Fox rolls her back inside the ring. Faye Crawford stalking Katana Chance here. Whoa! Facebuster, a running facebuster at that. And down she goes. Here's a cover from Faye. 1, 2, no. Caden Carter right there to break it up again. What a match we've had so far here as Jaydee Vorak is brought in on the tag again. Jaydee locks it up with Katana Chance and is whipped over onto the apron. There's a drop kick that puts her out on the floor again. And once more, the referee initiating the count here. Jaydee Vorak makes her way around as Katana Chance winds up hung up on the rope by Faye Crawford. Quickly making her way back inside. Misses with the double axe handle. Gets caught from behind by Katana Chance. There's a back suplex. Katana Chance rounds up the Memphis Millionaires. Hard whip towards the opposing team's corner. And both these teams starting to look a little fatigued. It's been a long match here. There's a scoop slam from Katana Chance and a pin attempt. 1, 2, but another. Only a 1. Wow. Jaydee Vorak still in the game here. Katana Chance with a stomp to the head. Jaydee gets a hold of her, whips her towards the ropes, makes the duck under, makes the leapfrog, and look at this, winds it up. Whoa! Spinning neckbreaker from the Memphis Millionaires. Jaydee Vorak taking herself all the way to the top turnbuckle here. As Katana Chance makes it to a standing position, here she comes. Whoa! Caught a shot to the midsection instead, and then followed up with a right by Katana Chance. Katana squirts Jaydee Vorak to the far right corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Rounds her up for a scoop slam. And now makes her way to the middle rope again. Jaydee laid out center ring, and oh my, well, that did not work out quite as planned. Katana Chance misjudging the distance on that high-risk maneuver. Katana Chance whips Jaydee Vorak to her team's corner. A kick to the ribs. Katana Chance with a hard right to the face of Jaydee Vorak. Jaydee quickly counters with a kick, backs off Katana Chance, gets a hold of her. Uh-oh, look at this. Sets it up. There's that fisherman small package again. 1, 2, 3, and that is the second time Jaydee Vorak has used that move to get a win for her team.
Here's the time, 15 minutes, 29 seconds, and your winners, Jaydee and the Fox.
This win puts some at 2-0, and hey, Jaydee got to use that fisherman suplex package pin a second time. It's gotta be a great move to win her 2 matches in a row for her team. I'm pretty sure the ladies' tag division is watching, especially Les Femmes Fatales and Power and Beauty, who might just be a little nervous after seeing these 2 performances by Jaydee and the Fox.
Indeed, Jaydee Vorak and the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford picking up a second win over Caden Carter and Katana Chance. We'll be right back with more RWL Rage when we return right after the break. Hope you're still here with us.